Tuning in to the Nation, baby. It's game day. Yeah. Let's go. Come on. Shout out to all the HBOs and the SGs. Mic check. Let me know if my volume is okay. Let's continue to grind, to shine. Shaniqua, Pookie, and Ray. Salute. Shout out to Oak Cliff. Let's go. Come on. Say mama. There go that man again. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Yeah. Let's do this, John. Let's go. Shout out to you, James. Pete, what's good? I hope you got your coffee. I got mine. Yeah. Shout out to the HBO. Let's go. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know you're rocking. Come on. All right. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Y'all be sure to hit that like button, share this content. Yeah, come on. Shout out to Mike Fisher for sending me Stars and Strife. Y'all be sure to check out this book. Yeah. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party. Let's grind. Let's go. Let's go. All right, Cowboy Nation, really appreciate each and every last one of you all. This is game day. You guys know how this thing rock and roll. Y'all know how this thing goes. I beat the time, by the way. See, I beat it. I beat the time, baby. So I'm back out here in Texas. Shout out to Dallas, Texas. Made it back. Shout out to Dallas Love Field as well. And shout out to Southwest Airlines. There was no fighting on that particular plane. And shout out to Oxnard. I really appreciate each and every last one of you all for helping me get to this point to go out there for 7 days and come back and still everything is afloat. And I really appreciate each and every last of the content creators, like my dog Big Game James, Jay Tuck, he was out there, Voch Lombardi, Vacation Voch Lombardi, by the way. And shout out to Mike Fisher, John Machota, Mike Gelkin, Jeff Kavanaugh. And if I left out anybody else's name, man, y'all be sure to remind me. and I believe Clarence Hill, he spoke to me briefly. I got to get the brothers' mind right, man. The brothers, man, I hang out with everybody but the brothers, man. The brothers got to come back and hang out with the laws over here. So next time I'm out there, man, we're going to have to put them in a corner and see if we can get them on the show. And shout out to Brian Broaders as well. Yeah, Vernon, Scott, appreciate you, fam. Let's go. Yeah. Jack, what's good? Appreciate everybody moving the chains. I see you. Appreciate you. So the Cowboys came out with a list of guys that we have to pay attention to. And, of course, this game is a glorified practice. There's no win-loss column, although there will be a victor at the end of the day. But I look at it like this. If the guys can come out healthy, that goes a long way opposed to a short way. Can anybody disagree with that? Or do anybody disagree with that? Let me pump that up again. Party like a Law Nation party. Ain't no party like a Cowboy party. Yeah. That song, you just show your teeth in the morning with you. Yeah. Cowboys, what's good with you? Appreciate everybody who showed love and adulations. There's a ton of list of people who took pictures, man. We was walking through and the trenches there, and then a lot of people saying, Law Nation, Vach, big game, West Coast. Shout out to West Coast. I left his name out, so shout out to him. And this is one big community. It's no big I's, no little U's around here. If you guys feel that way, come talk to me, and we'll chop it up, because I just believe in unity, man. Even if there are other Cowboy content creators that hate, let them know, man, that, hey, we one big family. Shout out to you, Leo. We one big family at the end of the day. I'm not better or worse than the next person. I'm quite sure, and shout out to my dog, Skywalker. He wanted to be out there, but, he's in transition of moving and making sure everything is straight at the house. We must protect the house, right, Cowboy Nation? So I'm quite sure that that's the case in the scenario. No objections. Yeah, appreciate you. My dog, Asmodeus, man, always coming through. Yeah, Thurman James says, must be healthy. Yeah. That's what we looking for. These brothers to be healthy, regardless. And here's another cookie. Shout out to you, Len. Thank you so much for your love and adulations for the 50 stars. This is the other cookie. I really want the Steelers to be healthy as well. I don't want no injuries for their team. I don't want no breakout on their team as it relates to that pandemic stuff. I want everybody to come out healthy. No injuries. None. If we can speak it into the existence, that will work even better. Shout out to Space Cowboy. Yes. So we everywhere. And check out Candy Locker Room. She will be posting some content. She told me that she will be flying out to Oxnard, I believe the day after the L.A. Rams game versus L.A. versus the Cowboys practice. So she'll be out there. So y'all look out for my girl over there, Candy Locker Room. And we'll be doing some things together down the line when the season kick off. So y'all be sure to check out everybody, man. This is one big family. We are family. All right. So let me pull out this list, man, so that people can understand what I'm about to talk about. All right. So the list is right here. It's on the Dallas Cowboys website. Let me show them some love right quick and post their list, and I'll give you guys my thoughts. Here's their list right here. And be sure to check out their website and hit up your dog, Derek Eagleton, and all of those boys that's writing. And shout out to Tiny Jim. He was out there in the mix. We only talked briefly. All right, Cowboy Nation. Their first person to look out for is the fullback, Siwu. And I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but you guys can put it in the comment box. We've been looking for a fullback for many of years. We have been looking for a fullback for many of years. And the last time we had a decent fullback was a guy that was converted from a linebacker to a fullback. And what's his name? Cowboy Nation? What's his name? Keith or something like that. And he was a guy that, okay, I'm not going to leave out. God dog it. I'm not going to leave out Jalen Smith, brother. He was pretty good, too, for a cup of coffee. But the other guy, I think that he was really good. He was coming down and feeling it. Keith, what's Keith's last name? Was it Smith? I mean, that brother, he was coming in. Or was it Keith or Kevin? I forgot his name just that quick. Keith Smith, Kerry Tego. Appreciate you, my dog. Appreciate you. That was the last time we had a fullback that could really just get down in there. Get nasty with it, right? Let me know if I'm lying. He was the last one. And then I believe before him, it was not the Gronkowski brother who missed that blocking assignment and got Romo's collarbone was shattered. But it was another guy that he was pretty good as a fullback, but he had caught some type of weird eardrum motion sickness stuff. And he was pilling stuff out for DeMarco Murray. I forgot his name, too. Oh, my goodness. Tyler Klutz. Oh, he's such a klutz, huh? Klutz was okay. Klutz was okay. Now Klutz, he works out with Darren Woodson. So I ain't gonna talk too much on him, you know. He work out with Darren Woodson. We trying to keep things smooth over there, you know. Tyler Klutz was okay though, if I could speak truthfully of everything. But it was another guy. He had vertigo or something like that, he had caught. But that one little spell of opening, he was doing pretty good with the Cowboys for DeMarco Murray. For those who followed the channel for a long, long time or followed the Cowboys for a long time, I bet you guys can pull out his name or if you got your Google fingers together. But neither here nor there. We've been looking for a fullback just as long as we've been looking for a safety. Somebody said the last fullback we had that was decent was Moose. Yeah, I mean, come on. You know, so Sehu and the other guy, Nick Ralston, those are the two guys that we will be looking at. And one can classify Nick Ralston as an H-back because he's so versatile. He can catch out of the backfield. Don't be alarmed when you see him running routes and he catching the ball out of the backfield. And he pulled 18-wheelers, you know, around. He just pulled them around like toys. So I can't wait to see what he can do. And normally, Cowboy Nation, hear me out. Normally, the situation with Mike McCarthy, he normally have a fullback on his team. Shout out to you, Matt. I see you on the Facebook. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for all that you do for the channel. Jermaine was good. We in Canton. Right. Oh, I know Canton is going to be crazy. Star Status in the building. Appreciate you. Shout out to Star Status. Shout out to my guy, Kelvin Harris over there, too. Lawrence Vickers was pretty good. Man, you guys are going all the way back. That's from Tonka. The people, like, so far, I'm not trying to put y'all against each other, but the people with Facebook got a little bit more reach so far as the information that they're providing right now. You know, come on, YouTube. Y'all got to catch up with the Facebook groove. I'm just playing. Appreciate everybody. Check in from VA. Appreciate you. That's what's his name. Let me put the comments up. And Joseph Gonzalez got his name, and I couldn't remember his name, but he remembered it. Let me put the chat box up. Yo, Joseph, y'all see what Joseph put down right here? Where he went too fast. Yeah, there you go. Joseph Gonzalez. Let me see if I can. Yeah, that guy right here. I mean, he was good for a spell. And DeMarco Murray was like, we're like, yeah, man, whoever this guy is. And then he got that sickness to happen, and then he just disappeared. One for each finger. Shout out to you, my dog. Appreciate you. So fullbacks are who they are. And I believe we'll be looking at Sehu and he will have the visor on. He's the guy that I have capitalized as my thumbnail right here. This is him right here, Sewu, and pretty cool guy. Reached out to him on IG, and he responded. So shout out to him. Hopefully he can make this team and do something for us tonight. I just love the fact that we are looking at every situation possible, and that's him. That's his picture right there, Cowboy Nation. All right, so the next person they said to look out for is this guy right here. He made probably like 2 or 3 plays when I was out there in Oxnard. His name is Israel Mukamu, and tall guy, 6'4", he looks like it, and he moves pretty smoothly as it relates to when everything is in front of him. He got to work on his back pedal, though. He's not that fluid on his back pedal, but I think that you guys put his 40 time down, because I think he's still like a 4.4 guy. He's pretty fast, though, for a tall guy. He don't have clumsy feet, but it's awkward feet. It's not the best feet, in my opinion. Damon, what's good with you? Finally able to get back with you on the live. Appreciate you, Damon. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Demetrius says Israel will be starting at safety. Israel will be starting at safety. Here's my thoughts on that. Let me give you guys some picture action of Israel for those who casually follow the Cowboys and don't know who he is or what have you. And like I said, he's number 38. Back pedal, maybe he have to work on that. But if he's keeping everything in front of him, and by playing on the roof as that free safety, then we probably be okay with that. And here he is right here. The picture's so small, but it might be grainy when I do it like this. But you guys get a chance to see him. That's Israel right here. And Demetrius, shout out to him, good follower of the channel, a commenter, by the way, posts some good stuff as it relates to feedback. He believes that, hey, let's do away with all of the old. You know how biblically speaking, the Bible says you shouldn't mix, old with new. You don't stitch together new cloth with old cloth. No, you want to stitch together all new stuff, right? Or you don't pour the old wine into the new bags and the new wine into the old bags and stuff like that. So what he's saying basically, and I'm paraphrasing that, I destroyed that little theory there, but you guys get what I'm saying. He believes that, hey man, let's just rip the Band-Aid off and let's just start all of the new guys. Even with Amari Cooper, let's just do away with him and let's just start the new guys. And with that philosophy, man, he's right on point with it. But I believe too, like that new broom can sweep the floor, but that old broom can get the corners. But I do believe his philosophy that you want to have the new guys out there. But with the new guys out there will be some growing pains. There will be a lot of it. And are you guys ready to go through that? That's the only thing. Defense is a fickle process. And defense, you got to know it. You got to know why you're shooting through A gap. You got to know why you got B gap responsibilities. You got to know why you're playing deep halves or down in the lower thirds. You got to know why you're there. You can't guess around because veteran quarterbacks will smell it out and say, yeah, you might win the first quarter, but the second and third and fourth quarter belongs to me because we playoff tendencies. We understand your release points. Yeah, so that's just how it goes, Cowboy Nation. And I hope that Israel can fill that void spot for us as safety. But he was a cornerback. He was a cornerback in college. And then he transitioned over to safety, and he was going back and forward. And he never had a stabilized place in college. So for him to go to the pros, if they see him as only being the safety, then hopefully he can turn that thing around. But I come here to tell you guys that I would like to see DeMonte KZ step up and do something. I would like to see the Malik Hooker to actually get himself back into shape. Demetrius says all rookies dog. Cooper isn't one. But I feel you though, Demetrius. I'm not picking at you, man. I love people with objectives, with thinking outside of the box. And you guys will get that a lot when you come over here to Law Nation channel. You guys will hear me point you out. But this all is out of love, right? And if I'm wrong, I'll fall on the sword. It hurts. That sword hurt. But I do it all in the name of just sport talking. I want to have this conversation just like if we were to meet up with each other at a bar or somewhere. I like to see Curse. This is from Joey. Now, J-Ron Curse, when I looked back at majority of his clips, they did play him over the tight end, and I'm talking about in his Viking days as well as his he played a brief spell over there for the Titans, I believe. So will he cover the tight end and trail the tight end in a situation whereas if he can be that isolator? I think that this system to cover three is perfect for him. I think that this system works good for him. Is he a guy that's got elite coverage ability? But he's a physical guy that's good against the run. Will he come down the field? So coverages is not his best suit, but he is a guy that love to cover the tight end or that can field and cover the tight end. So I can't wait to see how that works, because if week one come around, and if I were to tell you guys, would you rather have Jordan Lewis on Gronkowski or a J-Ron Curse? Give me J-Ron Curse. I love what Jordan Lewis brings to the table. But let's be real with it. Come on now. Holton is not there. C. Nix, appreciate you. But K-Ron Brown is there. He made a big play in practice the other day. K-Ron Brown saved a touchdown. And he's physical. He's flat out physical. So that is one of the guys that they want us to take a look at is Israel Mukamu. And let me see if I can get to that list again. Really appreciate you guys. Thank everybody for jumping in. All right, so the next list will be, let me do it this way. Let's do it this way. Can y'all see it this way? Yeah. Look at that. Improvise on the slide, baby. Y'all know how law do it, baby. And so you guys can watch and see what I'm seeing. All right, so, and this was the other guy right here. This was Israel Mukamu, and this as well was Sihu. I'm messing up these guys' name, but, you know, it is what it is. So, oh, I went too far. A sneak peek. All right, so number 14. He's another guy that's on this particular list that they said that you should pay close attention to. And by the way, his name is Osiris Mitchell from Hell State, Mississippi State. Number 14. He's been pretty decent in camp so far. Out of all of the other rookies like Brandon Eagles, as well as Brandon Smith, as well as T.J. Vasher, one can say that this guy out of the rookie class been stepping it up. And, of course, Simi Fehoko been playing with first-team reps, but this guy been stepping it up, number 14. And I believe that this come from the relationship that he built and developed with Ben DiNucci. He's been Ben DiNucci's go-to target out there. So we will see what he brings to the table tonight. Now, the lights will be bright. Coming out of college, I had my issues with him as relates to his release points. He didn't have the best release points coming off of the jam. And, of course, he have subtle speed, not the fastest of the feet guy, but he have subtle speed, long stride, and I believe that comes from the fact that he's 6'4.5", close to 6'5". So he's just as tall of a target there, Cowboy Nation. Shout out to you, King. Appreciate you. Porter, let's go. Yeah. I like Joey said he liked Vasher. TJ Vasher is battling through some type of injury, and he's still in that recovery stage. The thing is, football is just like the world. It continues to spin. It just continues to spin. No matter what's going on with the problems of the universe or the multiverse, now we find out there's multiple planets out there, the multiverse, the world continue to spin. Regardless of what's going on with hatred and violence, pandemic, the world has continued to spin. And that is what's going on with the NFL. It's continued to spin. And people are getting a chance to take an extra look at all of those other wide receivers. And TJ Vasher is working on the sidelines. And the NFL doesn't care about that. This is a multi-billion-dollar organization. So the world is not going to sit here and say, okay, we're going to stop for TJ, because he got this unbelievable potential to be a red zone threat. If you guys think I'm lying, just look up his red zone touchdowns while in college. North of 22 touchdowns. That is nothing to sneeze at, Cowboy Nation. We need that. Somebody that's not afraid, 6'6", that can high point and pull the ball out of the sky. But by him being injured, missing out for these first few weeks, the world continued to spin. An opportunity. Osiris is saying, hey, give me that rep. Johnny Dixon, give me that opportunity. Simi Fihoku said, yes, you may be over there, but I'm still shining, baby. If that's the best analogy I can give you guys. The world has continued to spin. Oh, I got fired today. So the world has continued to spin. Rihanna just became a billionaire. And diamonds shining bright. I bet you Chris Brown wish he said, dog, Riri, come on, hit me again in the face. I won't throw away the keys. I won't hit you back now, baby. You know. She's a billionaire. The world continued to spin because she stayed focused. She continued to do some other things. Cosmetics. I need to start selling me some eyeshadow and makeup around here. Thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation's Makeup. You know, shoot, a billionaire. Don't you know what I do with the Cowboys did? Woo! The Law Nation lip liner. You know, shoot, the gloss. Riri made $1 billion. That's Rihanna for those who don't know. Oh, my goodness. Let me see if I can get back to the list. There go the list right here. Here we go. Shout out to Riri, though. And shout out to Kanye. You know, he's big there. And Jay-Z. I need to get on with them boys. Osa, number 75. Let me tell you something that stood out to me is that Coach made sure that he worked out with him after practice, a little bit before practice, and during practice. He was not afraid to stop what he was doing, pull him to the side and say, hey, this is what I told you to do. Do what I told you to do. And coaching is a major role because I'm seeing that this coach is not just a defensive coordinator, but he's he's like the guy that's really working out with those front four guys. Sprinkles a little bit on the linebackers, but he's really, the Cowboys organization, Jerry Jones, is getting some discounts from him. Because he really don't have to have a defensive line coach, right? Because this dude, Dan Quinn, say whatever you want to say, but I just don't think that he was doing this in Atlanta. Call me crazy, call me, Law is just sipping the Kool-Aid, Law over here. But this Dan Quinn is really spinning his world. The world is spinning, but Dan Quinn is looking at this front four saying, well, damn it, the Cowboys may be ranked such and such on defense, but not that defensive line. That defensive front, I'm going to make sure that my fingerprints is all over it. And he's working out strongly with number 75. He is. He's working out strongly with number 75. Got his hands all in the mix. Off the release, teaching them how to get off, stay low. Keeping the pad levels low. Hit the inside arm. This brother is teaching. Hit that inside. Hit that underarm. Get inside. Peel it around. Dip that shoulder inside. That brother, this is him all day. I said, man, Dan Quinn gonna be my size by the end of the season because he's out there physically moving around. Dan Quinn is working, baby. He is. And guess what, Cowboy Nation? I don't like it at all. I don't like it. I love it. So look out for number 75. And if he do this little dude right here, and guess what? He don't have to pull back. They say, hey, Law, how's Big Bo doing? How the defensive front doing? Well, you can't get a true assessment because they really can't touch the quarterback. They pull up a little bit. They get inside, they pull up. I literally seen Jabril Cox get a sack, two-hand touch. The quarterback still running. I'm like, nah, dog, you out, man. He put two hands on you, man. But the highlight people like, man, the quarterback won. He scored a touchdown. Now, he was touched. He was two-hand touch. But come tonight, whoever the quarterback is back there, watch, Parson might get him one. Parson might get his first fine. This number 75 might get his fine because he's going to dip in there. He's going to get off in there. Yeah. Hands on, Jeff Williams. Yeah, Jeff. Hands on coaching. Hands on. Yeah. Hands on coaching. And my thing is some people are there's multiple and different phases of learning. Some people can just sit back and watch. Don't have to do anything. And know it just like that. There was this movie, this series came out. I watched it, man. I said, man, this is one of the better series I've ever seen. The name of the series called Suits. Y'all remember that? It was a guy that had a photographic memory. He can just see something one time, and he'll know it. So good at photographic memory, lied. Just read the law book, walked right in there and said, okay, I'm a lawyer. Knew everything. I forgot the actor name, but it was a real good series. I'll sit there and watch the series and say, man, I wish I had that type of ability. He would read it one time, and he would know it. Cover to cover. You just read the book. Some people are built like that. On a lower level, of course. Some people are like that. And some people are gifted by being in the room, picking it up with the instructor, going to the chalkboard, writing out everything, and the teacher showing them how to get things going. Some people need all of that. Jay Hughes said, can we get Marcus Mariota? Nah, dog. No. But I feel you, though. It's game day. Davis, appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate you, Davis. Appreciate you. All right, so let's get to the next person. Keep doing your homework. Yeah, Sugar Daddy 1. Yeah, keep doing your homework. Some people need that physical encounter. All right, so the fifth person out of this 5 through 9 list is Garrett Gilbert. I need Garrett Gilbert to do some work. North of 150 yards. Show of hands that this brother should throw north of 150 yards tonight. If he throw an interception, it just depends. If the ball bounces off a receiver hands, I would not allow that to count that against him. But I really want to see him throw north of 150 yards. I don't want to see no check down Charlie stuff. I really want to see him attack the middle of the field, utilizing all of the weapons. He got tall targets. Y'all put down what you guys would like to see from him. My thing is, from a quarterback perspective, can he point out the blitz? I don't know if the Steelers going to be blitzing tonight, but if they do, can he point out the mic? Can he figure that out? Can he make the adjustments? Can he take the deep post routes? I don't want to see him doing wide 80, blue 32. I don't want to see all that. I can get that from anybody, you know. I want to see, can you command this offense? Can you tell everybody get up to the line? Can you point Fioku? Tell come here, come to this side. Quick slant, drag. Can you throw the deep post? Can you throw a fade ball, brother? You know, to these tall targets. I don't want you to look out there like, oh. Keep that energy, man. Command this team. Have the authority. Play aggressive. Play loose. He shouldn't have the jelly bellies. He's been in the league for a minute. This is preseason, too. Terrence says north of 150. Somebody put down his stat line for tonight. He better not be like 110 yards. He did okay. If he playing all 4 quarters, he better be north of 150. Lee runs and no 3 and out. Yeah, don't you hate that? You all juiced up for the game. You pumped up and it's 3 and out. You be mad as all get out. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I mean, I want to really see him stretch this field. Now, okay, let me reel it back just a little bit. The only way I was set up for 150 if he only played 2 quarters, right? If he played 2 quarters and he give you 150 yards, or it better not be like, 96 or 80 yards. I wouldn't want to see that. Like, dang, Gilbert, then we'll bring in Marcus Mariota, or a Blake Bortles or somebody, Jeff Williams says 235. Yeah. How many tubs in there? How many tubs his brother gone through? How many? 2 tubs? Okay, good. Yeah. Jason, what's good? Man, appreciate you. So your love and adulations, man. No more slow starts. Yeah, get this thing going. Have some enthusiasm, Give us some inspiration, some hope. Be like when Dak Prescott had his first preseason game, right? Dak Prescott, we were like, whoa, wait, who's that? Hey, that brother right there. Yeah. Yeah. And then people are like, hey, man, wait till the regular season, man. See, oh, wow, he's doing it too in the regular season, Man, wait till look, they kept on moving the post for Dak Prescott. Man, wait till he play those Green Bay. He got to go to Green Bay and play Green Bay. Oh, which one came first, the Steelers game or the Green Bay game, Dak Prescott rookie year? Because I remember people, hey, man, wait till he play the Steelers, though. If he do that against the Steelers, we be all right. They kept on moving the goalposts. I want that type of situation. I remember wait till he played the Cincinnati. They got good defense. Let's see if he'll do that against them. I want that type of action. Stretch the field like my dog Jay Lombardi says, Yeah, give us some hope. Just in case. And I ain't talking about the singers, So, get roared, says Cowboys. That's why you block, man. You can't talk noise, man. You get talk noise, man. The not even the mods will block you. The natural YouTube will block you if you try to talk noise. Get boards. Shout out to you, though, man. You can talk trash, but if you talk too much trash, see, that's not even my mods. It's just regular YouTube will block your comments. Yeah, I love that, But we want to see something out of Garrett Gilbert. Oh, let me talk about this right quick. Oh, let me see if I can find a picture right quick. Oh, let me see if I find a picture, man. Forget it. I just do it like this. Joe Looney. Hey, it's so bad over there in Giants land. This brother signed a day and a half, and he put on that blue and said, it's itchy. Let me get out of that blue. He retired. Shout out to Joe Looney, man, for not disrespecting his career by going over there to the Giants. I bet you he probably put on that Giants blue and said, man, it's itchy. Don't feel the same. Let me get out of this. Let me retire. I'd rather retire than play for the money, you know? Oh, my goodness. Shout out to Joe Looney. He's the real MVP. He went over there for a cup of coffee and said, you know what? The blue it don't feel the same. The legacy. Jason, Garrett, how you be over here, man? It don't feel the same. Let me get on out of here. Let me know if I'm lying. He said, it feels bad over here, man. It don't have the same smell, you know? Oh, my goodness. Let me know if I'm lying. Joe Looney went over there and put on that Giants helmet. You know Joe Looney, he Jumbo Joe, so he can't lie to kick it. So he was sitting there walking around saying, I used to whoop the ASS, you know. And I don't feel the same over here in this the Giants blue. You know, I don't feel it sounds like they trying to be like us a little bit. You know, let me just get out of here. Even though they are older than us, you know, the Giants are older than our franchise. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's go over here. The sixth person on this particular list, Big Bo. Big Bo from Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out to Memphis Black. Number 98. That ain't Tyrone Crawford, by the way. DC fan for life. Appreciate you, fam. I'm going to tell you guys right now. Don't look for this guy to get 10 sacks, 12. Now, if he get one sack tonight, I'm like we're gonna do the live game here. I'm gonna flip out over here. I don't care if it's preseason. I don't care if it's a snow cone game. These guys get no love. These big boys, they get no love. It's not for the glory. You know, they don't get that. When you are the interior guys, it's not about. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? It's not about that. It's not about that for them. It's not about that for them. Let me repeat. It's not about that for them. They gonna gobble up the interiors 5 against 4. Let's just break that down. Naturally, it's 5 against 4. That's how the defensive front looks. 4 down linemen versus the opposing team 5 offensive linemen. Okay? And what we want this guy to do, just simple math. 2 things. Hear me out. 1 being winning his one-on-ones enough to push the pocket back so that the quarterback can't look pretty, can't be looking like this inside the pocket. So the quarterback can't, because every quarterback will let you know they love to slide up inside the pocket to make their throws. We want this big boy to collapse that pocket, push that pocket back enough to render the attention of the guard, whether it be the left guard or the right guard, and that center. if he can continue to win his one-on-ones, that will force them to pay attention and say, okay, we can slide to protection 2 against 1. That frees up the edge. Simple math 101. So now your edge guys can have the isolation for the nation. Or your 3 tech can have his one-on-one guy. Right? So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make this thing 4 versus 5, but we try to subtract one of the guys from having a one-on-one encounter so that they can have 2 versus 1. And if you can get that consistently in the interior, man, that's life. That's good eating right there. Let me know if I'm wrong. Chase, man, we ready for some Cowboy football? We are. We are. Hey, Jay Versa, what's good with you? Yeah. Jay, he was weighing at 365. He's about 330 now. Shoot. And in practice, he looked like he like 320 now, 325-ish. Give or take. That's still north of what we had from Antoine Woods, and I'm not trying to sully or denigrate Antoine Woods. May he have a Hall of Fame career over there in Colts. I believe he's still over there. Antoine Woods was 6 foot, 5'11" if you're really measuring. 303, 310-ish. Different type of body makeup. Y'all put down how big and how tall Bosa. I call him Bosa. Well, Bosa will look nice on his defense. But Big Bo, how big? He's like 6'3", 6'4". Y'all put down how tall Big Bo is. Y'all help me out. I know got somebody down there that know his measurables. Throwing lanes is just going to be hard. Now he wave his hands, he's going to bat down the ball. I think he had to bat down in practice the other day. Appreciate you, young Wilson. Appreciate you. Yeah. Y'all are some real ones in the chat, man. I appreciate you guys. All right, so the 7th person is Simi Fihoku. He was one of the drafted guys. All of the potentials in the world. 6'4". They line him up primarily inside the slot. I've seen him outside on some plays during training camp. But he's another guy that you have to pay strong attention to. Seeing if he can find separation on this level. Now, he's a 4-3 guy as well, a 4-4 guy, give or take. We tomatoes with his speed. But coming out of college, he had issues coming off the jam. So how you put masking tape on that? You line him up inside the slot. Jay Versus says Big Bo is 6'4". That's a major difference between 6'4" and let's be real, Antoine was like 5'11", 6 foot ish. I'm right at that height. I was looking at him eye to eye. He just wide, tree stump, And shout out to him. I'm not hating on the brother, but those extra inches count. Saban says 6'4", 360. I was gonna go somewhere with that, but it's still young. I'm gonna keep it PG-13. But those extra inches. Oh, good. I'm just gonna keep. I'm just gonna. Yeah. Ask the ladies about that. But it is what it is. Keep it PG-13. Especially when you're playing deep inside the A gap or you can slide over to get some B gap responsibility. But I'm looking for some of that action. Yeah.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
I want me some glory hole.
Shout out to you, Rollin. I just let Rollin say it. I'm not finna say that, but I'm gonna let her say it, But back on track here. We go out to go talk about Semi Fehoko. He's 6'4" as well. You know, this is the craziest thing about the Cowboys training camp this year is that everybody is tall, like on the offensive side and the defensive side. We can play basketball. We can play a quick five or something, you know. And you pick your five, pick my five, we'll play a quick game. And those boys look like they can just play some basketball because we got a bunch of guards out there now on this team. We don't have any centers, but we got a bunch of guards. And most definitely we'll be looking at Semi Fehoko. And my thing is I want to see if the speed can translate because there's an old scouting rule. If you've seen it once, you can see it again. And it was a game in UCLA that he had like 3 tubs, close to 4 tubs. And he had over 215 or 20 yards or something like that for 11 receptions. So I'm sitting there like, hey, if you can give us half of that, shoot. I'll be leaning on Demetrius Alexander. You know what he's saying, like, man, start these rookies, man. Put these rookies in there. I'll be like, Cedric who? Noah Brown who? I'm just playing because Cedric Wilson is my dog. But I will be saying, like, hey, you know. And then 81 is a good number, right, Cowboy Nation? Yeah. So look for him and look for that visor. He had the cool visor on when he in Oxnard the other day. I don't know if they're going to allow him to wear. He probably can wear that visor, but he had the shaded one. Yeah, that would be dope. Yeah, Cedric Wilson will shine tonight. Yeah. Number 8. Y'all see it? Jabril Cox. Y'all think he'll play like what, second quarter, third? It's just been fascinating to know that our linebackers this training camp stepped it up. Fascinating. So far, he's been getting 13 reps. So what I tell people all the time, if you're not getting noticed out there in training camp with dogging, when you get out there to preseason game, let them know that, I'm going to keep it PG-13 because I don't want to say a cuss word. Let them know that you're about that work action. Let them know that, hey, I'm finna be first team. Give them a reason to move you up, elevate you up. So they won't be looking at it like, man, he's 13 rep, man. We got to give Luke Gifford his touches. We got to give Keanu Neal his touches. He's the teacher's pet.
A good plan violently executed now is better than a perfect plan executed next week.
My dog. Appreciate you so much, Asmodeus. Appreciate you.
A good plan violently executed now is better than a perfect plan executed next week.
Words of wisdom. Appreciate you so much for your love and adulations to help support this station. So those who fail to plan to, those who fail to plan to fail, So that's just how that goes too. You got to look into this situation and say, all right, let me click back over to this picture. He got to be ready for that moment. He can't be looking at it like, he can't be on the phone with his Swedes, his main one, or his love thing or boo thing, and be like, baby, they got me on the 13 reps. They got me on 13. I'm not even getting the feel of the moment. Baby, they don't even value me. He can't be pillow talking or on the phone talking. He got to be deep into that playbook. He got to be looking at this thing and saying, hey, I know everything about the playbook. I heard everything what everybody had to say about North Dakota. I heard everything what they had to say about me transferring to LSU and everybody was gone and we didn't do much or what have you. But I'm a 3-time champion in North Dakota, right? Is that correct? I'm a 3-time champion. I know what it takes to win. And I'm going to be knee deep into this book. I'm going to know everything about the defense. Matter of fact, I'm so in tune to this thing that I'm going to know everything about the offense. So when the opportunity is granted, when they call my name and my number to, hey, get out there. What is he, 48? What number is he? Is he 48? I can't even see the number. 48, get out there. They ain't going to call him by his name. 48, your turn. He got to show up. He got to show up. So pay attention to him. I think he's number 48, right? Cox is 48. First 48. That's what I'm going to call him, first 48. I'm going to find me some drops and say first 48. Whenever he make a play, I'm going to hit that first 48. So he is 48. Thank you so much, Jay Lombardi. Appreciate you, man. So he can't be feeling sorry for himself. 3rd team rep. By the end of tonight, he can elevate himself to be first team. He can be saying, y'all was talking about Jabril who? I am first 48. You know my number. Let that 48, let it be a number that everybody say, okay, that 48 right there, dog. Y'all was talking about Parsons. Y'all was talking about number 9. Y'all was talking about 55. Now y'all finna know number 48. Yeah. 48 laws of power, right? Yeah, so look out for him. Oh, last but not least, number 11. See, I believe the Cowboys website, they know what they're doing. They put 48, and now it's 11. Crime scene. I would definitely be looking for him. Matter of fact, when the first defense is called out there, I'm going to flip some tables over if I don't see number 11 out there. I can't wait to see number 11. Did you guys watch the documentary? Did you guys watch that documentary that the NFL did? Hello, Rookie. Oh, my goodness. All of the guys were saying that he makes everyone better. And he's so competitive. He compete. So I'm quite sure he already told 48, hey, watch how many tackles I get in this game. Hey, Jalen, watch how many tackles I get in this game. LVE, watch what I do. Watch what I do. Israel, follow me. Big Bo, keep it open for a fraction of a second. I'm going to scream right through there. It was a game. I know Ohio State, they just had better weapons or what have you. But I saw that this kid right there was everywhere. He said he made sure that Justin Field, when he ran the ball on his side, he was there. What's up, Justin? You try to capture the edge. I'm faster than you. Want to bet some money? Justin be like, nah. And then when the game got really out the way, came down, forced a fumble. 2 in that game, I believe. So this guy can make plays. Don't hear what all of the naysayers say. Well, he haven't played in a year. And don't listen to what Law said when we drafted him, right? Because I was wrong, right? Said the kid was raw, had this, had that going on. I make mistakes. I damn sure made a mistake on LVE. I was eating crow all that year. I was the only one on YouTube admitting it, right? Said, oh, that LVE. And all that year, now it just got right. I hate when I'm right, though, in the following years. But I look at Parsons as that guy that I'm going to be looking for tonight. Parsons. Let's see what he's going to do out there on the field. Y'all think he get a sack tonight? Post down below if you think he get a sack tonight. What's up, DJ? 100. What's good, baby? D Shift, what's good with you, man? Parsons might be the best player from the draft. This is D Shift. Yeah. I'm gonna challenge you guys. Who all were Parsons fans day ones? Who day one Parsons fan? Let me see. Put D1 if you've been a day one Parsons fan. I'm like day after the draft when I saw everything formulated. I'm like day whatever. I'm like day 9, day 10 Parsons. If you're a day one, put in the chat box, man. If you're a day one Parsons fan, put in the chat box. I want to see all the day ones, D1s. I'm going to go back and watch my highlights and see if you guys hold the truth. D1s, Terrence, okay. Frederick, let me go all the way back up on this list. Say prime time, day one. Demetrius, I know you're a day one fan. Frederick, day one. Yeah. John Turner, day one. Alex, day one. King, day one. Sadiqua, day one. That's what I'm talking about. Tucker, day one. Day two, King. I feel you, though. You had to figure out those other picks. You like me. I'm like day 4, day 5 Parsons fan. Day 10, Craig. Okay, me and you probably on the same page. Day 6, Akeem. Okay. Shout out to all of the day ones. Yeah. Yeah. Seb, why don't you lean forward just a little bit? Tell Seb right here. He said, turn that lame music down. Say it. Lean forward, just right there. Stay right there. Go to your room. Day 12. Tell Seb to go to the room. Day 1, Kenny. Yeah. Yeah. I feel y'all on that. So, when we think about this, in the draft period, in the draft time, we look at all of that stuff. We look at how this player is going to fit in with not just him by himself isolated, but some of you guys saw the picture. And me, I'm sitting here like, I got to see the full, complete picture before I make my final evaluation. But before I do that, I like to give you guys my raw emotions. I like, So I wasn't a day one Parsons guy. If I'm going to keep it 100 with you guys, right? But after we got Boss Man Fat, after we fooled around and did what we did in the 3rd round and the 4th round, and then when everything was like said and done, especially grabbing the Jabril Cox, now everything worked together. It looks like we was all planned to do this. And I'm sitting here looking at this defense and then doing more homework on Parsons because it would have been disrespectful to all of you guys for me to just give you guys false hope, false dreams, and without doing my film assessment and lying to kick it with you guys saying, yeah, I saw all the Penn State games, right? I'm not that type of guy, so I had to look back, look at his film, look at all what he does as far as from a leadership aspect, looking past what he did as far as they said that he was hazing folks and these sorts of things. Had to look past all of that because that just muddied the waters, right? They had nothing to do with football. And anybody who played the sport, come on, let's be real. We haze, baby. We haze. That's what we do. We gonna haze you. And look, even if you join the choir over here in Natchez, Mississippi, we gonna haze you a little bit. That's life. We gonna haze you. You're a freshman year in college. We gonna haze you. That's just what we do. It's just that loose lips somehow slipped out. Yeah, that's a better way. Slipped out, and people began to paint that picture and that narrative. So everybody been hazed. You know, when you born on this earth, man, your daddy, your mama, especially grandma and them gonna haze you. That's just how it gonna go. It's just that now social media is around. We got film and all of that other stuff out here. So that's just what it is. All right, so Cowboy Nation, I've been live for a minute. You guys want me to keep going, let me know. Post in the comment box, and we can keep going. I got from 105.3 The Fan, they got breakout candidates, who will make the biggest jumps as a topic we can talk about. And I got, let me see over here. I think I had it up already. I got it right here. The other topic, the Athletic ranked the Dallas Cowboys second worst in the NFL. So we can go over those two topics, and you guys, I can give you guys my raw thoughts on everything. Let me know if y'all want me to keep going. Just put KG in the chat box right quick. Put KG in the chat box or keep going in the chat box if you guys want me to keep going. And that will be all brought to you guys from your love and adulation. Basically, I'm off today from my day job, so y'all know how that goes. So I'm free to talk all day with you all. Don't have to bounce. Yeah. And then also I got a topic.
What's good, Law?
Yeah.
All about the defense. Got my eye on Parsons tonight.
Yes, indeed. Appreciate you, Ashley. Appreciate you so much, man. Give me 1 second right here. Give me 1 second. Y'all say keep going. I got you. Listen to this right quick while I set it up. Be right back. Yeah. Let's go. Shout out to Oak Cliff. Shout out to my dog Mo 3. May he rest in peace. Yellow Beezy. Salute. Come on. Put down where y'all from too. We gonna keep it going. Really appreciate you guys. Be sure.
Shout out La Ishanika Pookie Rare DC4L star 100 star 100 star.
Oh my goodness, that always make me laugh right there. Appreciate you so much, man. If you watched it all the way to this point, and if you have not hit that like button,
he needs some milk.
If you have not hit that share icon.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
And also, if you have not subscribed to this channel at this point,
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
let's go, Cowboy Nation. Which topic you guys would like to talk about first, though? We got the topic in the conversation, who could be in this last year with the Cowboys. We got the other topic, the Dallas Cowboys defense ranked 31st as a conversational piece. And also we got the topic, candidates that will make the biggest jump. So y'all let me know which topic you guys would like to do. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in and watching. Shout out to Los Angeles over here. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Beaumont, Texas, Puerto Rico. Man, we everywhere. VA Beach, Waco in the house. What's good with you? Sherman, Texas. What's good? Yeah. Switch to Facebook. Shout out to you, Todd C. Thank you so much, man, for your love and adulation. Shout out to you again, Alex, for making the donations. And shout out to you, Ashley, the guy version, Ashley. Shout out to you. I met you over there at in Oxnard. What a great conversation we had with you and my dog, Vach Lombardi. Odessa, Texas. Fayetteville, Arizona. Appreciate you. SoCal, appreciate you. All right, so Bloodsoul Barbecue is one of the better barbecue places in L.A. from where I and Big Game James and Kelvin Harris and the who was out there? Vach Lombardi and everybody that was there who got a chance to go by that place, man. Shout out to them. Corpus Christi, Texas. Appreciate you. So check out Bloodsoul Barbecue that's in L.A., man. It's one of the better barbecue joints in the state there. Appreciate everybody. San Antonio, let's go. All right, so let's listen to this one right quick.
Out candidates at wide receiver, Eric. I want to go through some of these names. And when it comes to CD,
Killeen,
feeling
Texas,
that he's head and shoulders far and away better than all of these other candidates that could break out in year 2 of their career. And we start off with a guy who was a touchdown machine a year ago for the Pittsburgh.
Oh, Fayetteville is in Arkansas. Appreciate you, man. My bad. Did I say Arizona? my Jermaine is just everywhere. But shout out to Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Pittsburgh Steelers, and that would be Chase Claypool. When you compare Chase Claypool to one CD Lamb, I do believe we would without question take a CD over a Claypool.
Yeah, we would. And he had like a really, really good stretch of games last year where it was like, oof, man, this Claypool character, my gosh, why did he not go in round 1? He's 6'4", he's like 200. I mean, they have him listed at 238 pounds.
He's a big boy.
That is stupid. I don't even know.
Hey, but while they hyping up Clay Chasepool, who we will see tonight, guess who had a comp as Clay Chasepool? Y'all put that in the comment box. He's on the Dallas Cowboys team, by the way.
Well, if I can fully wrap my mind around that, I don't even know if that's actually accurate. 238 pounds is insane. But he's every bit of 6'4". He's a monster. He's super fast. 9 touchdowns last year. Didn't quite break 1,000 yards. I mean, for me, Chase Claypool is a really, really good player, but I don't like who's throwing him the football these days. I mean, they are like 4 inches at a time kind of Pittsburgh Steelers offense right now. So that to me is holding him back, maybe even more than his actual play. But I would still probably go CD Lamb over him, and especially CD Lamb with Dak Prescott compared to Chase Claypool with an old Ben Roethlisberger.
Here's a player that slipped in the draft a little bit last year.
Shout out to you, Sip the True. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for jumping in, and thank you for your love and adulation for the station. Appreciate you. Yeah, King is like, no, not Clay Chasepool. Yeah.
Had a really good rookie season. Does have a good quarterback, although he's also coming back from injury, much like Dak Prescott. T. Higgins of the Cincinnati Bengals. And you compare him to CD, they had very comparable numbers from a rookie year standpoint, and I like T. Higgins a lot, but I'm taking CD over T. Higgins without question.
Yeah, and T. Higgins was another really good one. I mean, we're living in a world right now where every time you turn around, there's awesome receivers.
It's the golden age of receivers right now, man. That's another reason why when you talk about, the Michael Gallup, do you give him an extension? It's hard to, if you're already paying Amari and you're going to have to pay CD coming up down the line, do you really need to pay a third receiver where you can find these guys now in rounds 2 through 4 and get really good production?
That's a good observation there. Michael Gallup, can you find another Michael Gallup? Y'all post that thought down below. I look at it, it'll be hard to find another guy as far as his temperaments. I mean, he's not a diva guy, and he don't say much on the field, and he just go out there and make it happen. And it's hard to find level-headed wide receivers from a mental aspect of it and not going to be, hey, just pay me first type of guy. And it's all up to Michael Gallup this season to solidify their role. I mean, you always try to replace, yes, talent with better talent, but it's also hard to replace like that temperaments, that mindset that, hey, you don't have to work, you don't have to walk and pace the floor 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, right? And Cowboy Nation, we're blessed to have the temperaments of Amari Cooper, the temperaments of, dare I say, the CeeDee Lambs, and as well as Michael Gallup. Those guys are not going to be like Dallas. You can go party, man. They got some stuff out here, man, that you can go to and get lost in, you know. So it's hard to find that, Cowboy Nation.
Yeah, that's the conundrum that these teams have. It's tough to fork up a bunch of money for receivers when you feel like you can go draft them on the cheap and get really, really good production out of them. So we'll see. I mean, the Gallup situation's interesting, though, because his relationship with Dak, to me, it's very evident when you start power ranking. Like if Dak still had a MySpace and he had his top friends list,
MySpace,
and it's only guys in that locker room, I feel like Michael Gallup is probably going to be number 1. And maybe he ends up being number 2. Like, I don't know. Maybe the Zeke-Dak relationship is really that strong. But it seems like Dak, like when you see Dak out at Rangers games and whatnot, who's he with? He's with Michael Gallup. Like, it's very evident that Gallup and Dak are big-time bros.
Sure.
And so I wonder how much influence that's going to have, especially if these reports are true where Charles Robinson and then Sean himself sort of backed up those claims after the media party. Maybe he was doing some schmooze in there and getting some inside info where maybe there are some internal frustrations with Amari. And so maybe, and the way the contract's set up with Amari is it's
after this year, you can get out of that.
From under.
Yeah.
So maybe you say, we do want to get out from under that, and we will give Gallup the contract, not only because he's really, really good, and he might be due for a massive breakout type season this year. Not to say that he hasn't already broken out, because we all know that he's a good player, but like he could have his best season could be this one that we're about to start. And knowing the relationship he has with Dak, Aaron Rodgers is complaining for years about not getting the players and keeping the guys that he wants. Kyler Murray is now being afforded those luxuries in Arizona. I'm sure Dak is going to have some level of sway. And if he goes in there, he's like, yo, Gallup's my best friend on the team.
Yeah.
Probably going to want to keep him.
Yeah, that's major news. That's major news and major stuff to think about. And then when you do see Gallup and Dak Prescott out together, you do kind of picture that. And Amari Cooper, he's an introvert. He's not an extro, so he don't really go anywhere. He kind of like to himself type of guy. So if I believe Dak Prescott, if he were to pick out of the two, he probably lean on to Gallup. Their actual history outside of football is deeper. I believe you guys recall even Gallup lost his brother to a suicide situation there, and we know how that can develop a unique bond when you have somebody else to lose a loved one in a similar situation. So I'm quite sure that Dak Prescott is probably banging on the table saying, keep my guy Michael Gallup on his team, come hell and high water, figure this out. Even if we have to readjust some things as it relates to Amari Cooper's contract, keep number 13 on this team. Yeah, John, I'm back at home. Cooper, we keep too. This is a skeptical fan. Yeah. This season will solidify that for all three wide receivers, basically. CeeDee Lamb, he's playing more on the outside, right? Amari Cooper, he's battling through. He's working the course. Right before I left, he was out there getting right, bouncing up and down on that ankle. So it looks like it's okay now. Just got to get him right back into actual football route running at 100% shape type of situation. Michael Gallup, he was limping and gimping around, but now he was starting to get back on the same page as well. So this wide receiver crew all three of them, you know, as we say, will be trying to get this thing going. Gallup isn't a number one. Yeah, skeptical fan. No, he's not a number one. But one can argue and say, well, CeeDee Lamb is heading down that way. But first, we got to get this season out the way. We got to get this season out the way in order for we can make those assessments. And why give away ammunition, right? If Amari Cooper is saying to himself, hey, I still want to be here, I'll make some adjustments to my contract, I'm willing to do X, Y, and Z. Remember, he already took a discount when he could have took a king's ransom to go to the Washington team. And I'm talking about Amari Cooper. See, a lot of people talk about it, but he been about it. You know, he been did about it. You know, a lot of people say, hey, you should take the discount, take one for the team. Well, he did. Everybody else went for the highest bidder, right? They went for the money, the cash. I digress.
The others on this list, and the 469 said if Justin Jefferson isn't on this, then I'm not listening. Well, Justin Jefferson broke out last year. So he's not a breakout candidate. Like, Justin Jefferson was unbelievable, 1,500 yards. I mean, the dude, I think he was a Pro Bowler. The guy broke out. I mean, he was the best rookie receiver, period, last year. So these are guys that none of them amassed 1,000 yards receiving, which is why I guess you could consider them having not yet broken out. According to Nate Burleson.
But they're all really good. Like, Claypool had a good year. Higgins had a really good year.
No doubt. The other guys that are on here that I think definitely would be your quote-unquote, I mean, the other name that would be Jerry Jeudy that I think would fit into this category of other guys that had a good rookie year. But the other ones that are guys that certainly would fit that breakout candidate that didn't have great rookie years but could emerge in year two would be Van Jefferson of the Rams, Henry Ruggs of the Raiders, and then Laviska Shenault, the Soto Zone of the Jacksonville Jags. Those receivers, I mean, I don't think you're taking any of them over CeeDee Lamb.
No.
But I do like them, and I do think all of them could have. Laviska Shenault, we'll see. It'll be interesting how he's used with Urban Meyer. But all of them could be due for really good year twos in the NFL. And to your point, it just shows you how rich this wide receiver position is in the National Football League when we're talking about year two potential breakout stars, and all of these guys could just be studs.
Well, this is the crazy thing. Shout out to 105.3 The Fan. I'm going to post their link so you guys can listen to that full interview without it stopping and pausing and all of my takes or what have you. Every other year, right, wide receiver groups come out. And it just so happened last season that wide receiver group was a large class of good wide receivers. Not every year you get good wide receiver groupings like you got that year. And we just so happened to have the best wide receiver out of that group to fall to 17. Now, where CeeDee Lamb will have a breakout year juxtaposed to all of those other guys that they just mentioned. And shout out to the Jefferson kid there in Minnesota Vikings land. Had a wonderful year, broke some records over there in Vikings land. But one can argue if we had everything afloat over here, we would have been talking about CeeDee Lamb in those same graces, right? And even CeeDee Lamb, with the musical chairs of quarterbacks that we had, still broke some records as relates to his wide receiving catching ability and these sorts of things over here. So let's not paint CeeDee Lamb into a corner of not being able to have that ability to be a breakout player again for this year. And especially when you got 4 under center, man, this thing can go banana crazy. And I ain't talking about the split. So, yeah, Maurice Kennedy Davis says was making the squad. Yeah. Banks, thank you so much for your love and adulations, man, for the station. Appreciate you. I'm waiting on the AI to spit her mind on that one. Really appreciate you. Law, who do you think will be our number 2 backup quarterback? Oh, Garrett Gilbert. Let the AI speak.
I think they will find a way to keep this WR core together. We don't have to worry about paying CD for 3 or 4 more years.
Is it that long? 3 to 4 more years? Man, that's what kind of contract he signed? 3 to 4. I know that he got an escape clause out of this year. The Cowboys got a way that they can remove him and these sorts and not get into trouble as far as their guaranteed money. I'm not a guy that break down the contract, but I appreciate you so much for that. But 3 to 4 years, that's a long time. Think about that. Oh, my goodness, that's a long time. But we'll find out. Hopefully, Cooper will have another amazing year, and he will set everything straight. All right, let's listen to the boys over here.
Looked at, what kind of contracts they have and if they're coming up on these opportunities where you could cut them, bite the bullet a little bit, but free up the necessary cap space to get under the cap next year and be able to go into free agency and the draft and sign a couple of dudes.
Hold on. Can I size you up and try to make a guess here?
Mm-hmm.
You got a thing that you've been doing with Amari Cooper sometimes.
Yes.
Are you about to get...
So I forgot to give you guys a topic. The topic of this from 105.3 The Fan was who could be in their last season with the Dallas Cowboys. And, of course, they mentioned Amari Cooper. What a wonderful segue.
Get rid of Amari Cooper?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm not about to get rid of Amari Cooper, but I think it should be something that's considered, because you could trim a collection of guys, or you could have your eyes on a bigger one like Amari Cooper, and maybe trading him for a pick and getting all that salary cap relief would be smart. I don't think we should rule that out. But I do think the easiest one is Jalen Smith. I think that's a lock. It would free up $5 million next March. For the life of me, I don't know why they didn't do it post June 1 this year after they were able to draft Parsons and Cox. I don't know how much more of a clear lane you need, but they didn't. I mean, this team doesn't draft extra linebackers when they know they have their starters. So apparently it was a big enough need to draft other guys, but not big enough to actually just go ahead and release the guy with a post-June 1 cut. They didn't. But I don't know how you get around that next year looking at their cap situation. I do believe this is Jalen's final year with the Cowboys.
All right, so there's two waves of this. There's the known and there's the unknown. And just like in stocks and things like that, you got your known stocks that you know for sure that can bring you and yield you some returns. And then you got the unknown. But it could hit you everything. Then you have the volatile market, whereas 1 month they're high, next month they're low, and you can lose a lot of money or you can make a lot. So when you're talking about getting rid of someone before you see their level of production, it's pretty much a gamble. It's insane to do such, right? Especially when you're already guaranteed the money and a whole bunch of other with that information. So when you think about, okay, of course, Cowboys were able to get Cox as well as get Parsons, but we still have the unknown. We don't know how they're going to play in the National Football League. And the other thing that the Cowboys don't do, they don't trade. We don't wheel and deal players for new players or assets unless their name is Ryan Switzer or something like that. Cowboy Nation, please explain to me the last person we traded away on our team and got multiple draft picks, and we did a hoorah, and we made some movements and these sorts of things. Can y'all post that player's name in the comment box? Because I just don't think that the Dallas Cowboys are strong in that suit. I think that the Dallas Cowboys, they draft pretty well, but I believe that they just don't trade well. They don't do that part of the evaluation well. Let me know. Now, we do a good deal on getting some of those compensatory picks, and now that the compensatory picks are tradable, we do a good job in that. But we're not that great in trading.
I agree with you, but not as strongly. Because if you went through this year and Jabril Cox plays his way into the rotation and they like the returns there and Micah Parsons looks good.
Don't hold your breath.
That would give you two. I guess Keanu Neal has a multi-year deal, right?
Yep.
So if Keanu Neal would be around again, maybe with 3 you're okay. Because at linebacker, you'd like to have probably 4 to survive an injury.
Mm-hmm.
And Van Der Esch's contract is up. So I guess let me start there. Are you saying Van Der Esch too?
Well, I was going to segue into 4 key players on this team who are going to be free agents.
Wow.
You're already over the projected cap for next year,
Right.
and it's not including Leighton Vander Esch, Michael Gallup, Randy Gregory, or maybe your best left guard still in Connor Williams.
What they need to do, Cowboy Nation, and y'all can call me crazy, they need to go ahead and pay Randy Gregory. They need to figure out whatever money, futures money, go ahead and pay him. I believe Randy Gregg. Some of these guys, you got to look. Good teams figure out, let's pay this person on the front end before they demand all of this money. You know, not let them hold your feet to the fire and expect these guys to be coy and nice to you. I've seen people, Victor Lee says Herschel Walker, BD Gray says Herschel Walker as well. So Herschel Walker was the last trade acquisition that we did that was like, wow, you know, and that was over 30 years ago, man. Oh, my goodness, that was over 30 years ago. So that's a long time. And pay Gregory and Gallup. This is Demetrius. You know, y'all better listen to Demetrius. You better pay those boys. Pay the man. And by us toying around with Dak Prescott contract, we could have had him for like right when everybody didn't want to pay him. We could have had him for $28 to $29 million, you know, a year. But that's a story of a different day.
So part of it is to talk about what Cowboys might not be back. The other part of it is, are we headed for like a scheduled pullback in 2022 as far as how many good players you have on your roster? Like, this isn't sustainable. Whatever window you think they're in right now, I think that window gets 10 to 20% more closed next March.
Okay, let me throw out. I'm going to look up contract numbers, which I know might be a
Shout out to Jeff Kavanaugh.
Because I'm going to give you
Brian
a random
Broaddus.
name. Tank.
Yes.
I don't think it's probably a year further away. You'd save $8 million, but it would be by eating $19 million.
Yeah.
And that hurts.
I don't want to eat 19 to save 8.
But that's, you know,
If
that's
he doesn't play great,
right.
I think you're willing to bite that bullet.
Because then you're talking about a guy who's going into his age 30 season with injury concerns.
And counting $27 million against the cap.
That's a big number.
Yeah.
That's a big number.
And you have the $23 million that you need just to get to even. And then an additional $10 million to pay your draft class, or $8 million, however that pencils out.
Is that are they including in that? Is that using the current cap number, or are they projecting like $5 million more for next year's cap?
It was just whatever over the cap did.
Okay.
I believe that's their projected cap, and I don't think it's going to grow, but it could. You know, I suppose they could get $5 or $10 million of relief and put themselves in an interesting situation. But yeah, we asked Stephen Jones last week in Oxnard about Randy Gregory. What happens if he has a big year? Are you going to be, seeing it as a guy that you definitely want to pay? And he said he's up for it. And he looks forward to negotiating with Randy Gregory if he does have a big year. And I think that's the kind of player, or maybe the right position where you're flexible.
But what I don't want to happen, and hear me out, Cowboy Nation, I do not want the Randy Gregory to be the Tank Lawrence 2.0. Let me repeat. I do not want that to be the Tank Lawrence 2.0 situation. Get that big year. And not saying that he would get, let's say, Randy get 11 to 12 sacks, and he come out with a demand, and the Cowboys go with, okay, well, we can't afford that demand. Let's put you on a franchise tag and prove it to me again. And then he goes out and do another 11 to 12 sack situation. And then they say, okay, well, you had this to go. I don't want that. I don't want that for the Cowboys. Because now it would show that every time it get down to playing a player, there's a little resistance. There's a little struggle to get that thing going, and it's spread it out, and then expectations are set beyond. And now it put a wedge in between the fans and the players. And then I'm gonna hear the people saying that, you see Randy Gregory, he's all about the money. You know, the Cowboys was there for him when he was on his down and outs. I don't want that. I definitely do not want that. And that goes to show you that Amari Cooper was the only guy that accepted less money to play for the Cowboys when he had a bigger offer on the table. You see, so far, if I polled the Cowboy fans, there's a lot of Cowboy fans sitting there saying, Cooper, he's trash. We can find another. You see, so I don't want that wedge to be there over some money. You know, we asking a billionaire for some money, right? And, of course, if I'm asking Jerry for some money, if I'm asking Jerry, hey, man, send me some money to my Cash App, I'm not finna ask him for $5. I'm not finna ask him for $500. Jerry, send me $5 million, man. Come on, baby. I know you got it. Send me the most.
You're 20 over. Randy has a big year. Now you're looking at $15, $18, $20 million to retain him, maybe $22 million if he really blows up. Are those things realistic? Or do you just think going into this year, man, Randy and Leighton Vander Esch and Michael Gallup and Connor Williams, just 4 starters, we're going to have to let them go. And how good could you be? Is that why they piled up so many draft picks this year? Knowing, boys, we're going to have to keep all those guys and have the cheap labor rolling into 2022 and 2023 before we can get back under the cap.
Yeah, I think that is the good news, is I think what is going to improve the Cowboys a year from now is going to be the natural growth of all those dudes that they just picked. And I think there's a reason they wanted to have, 11 picks?
Yeah.
Because in a normal draft, if you have 6 or 7 picks, you can guess that 3 are going to work out. So when you have 5 in the first 3 rounds,
wow,
I think this team will improve internally because you'll have year 2 of corners that were drafted on day 2 and Micah Parsons, defensive linemen that were drafted on day 2. I do think that they are rebuilding the defense with youth, and it'll pay off. Maybe a lot of these guys will help considerably this year, but I think in year 2 you have a better chance of having a good defense, and they are staring down the barrel of a lot of cap, because so many of these guys that are highly paid, you can't get rid of, right?
You can't get rid of them. Shout out to you, Ashley, for joining the membership SWAT up. Appreciate you. So many guys. In order for this to happen, we need Chauncey Golston. He's one of the guys, the edge guys, to really somehow get off the PUP and make it happen, right? For us to forget about D-Law. In order for that to happen, right? Oh, we would need Bradley Anai, who's pretty much not even going to play tonight. Need for him to show up. We need Terrell Basham. And I think that even if he plays lights out, he's going to want to demand, he's going to decree some money. So it's a difficult spot to be in. And I just don't see what Rondell Carter is going to do, what D-Law have not been doing in the last few years. He's just going to step up and be that edge guy. Who else on the edge outside of Randy Gregory? Or is it Dorrance Armstrong, for crying out loud? Number 92 is going to wake up, roll out of the bed tonight. Is he playing tonight? DA is going to give you guys some high levels of production, maybe north of 5 or 6 sacks this year.
Quite a few of them.
Yeah, Tank you can, but the savings compared to what you eat is not fun. Tyron, you're not going to cut to save $5 million. Lyle is...
He'd have to be real bad to justify that.
Lyle is basically uncuttable. You can get 5 from Anthony Brown.
Yep.
And I think that'll happen. Oh, wait, I'm jumping ahead on the list, aren't I?
No, you're good. You're good. You're just going through them.
Well, read me what you would do with Ezekiel Elliott if that thing doesn't work out. I mean, that to me just seems like that's the one that you have no option there at all.
Gavin's my Zeke expert, because all these sites will say, like, if you were to cut him, you're going to eat $23 million instead of paying him $16, but I know his contract's funny where it guarantees a year ahead of time.
His agent did a real nice job protecting him from this situation.
It's like 26.1 on dead money if you cut him. Is that right? What I'm looking at? And then
I'm looking at 2022 and it says 23.2 million. Either way, it's giant.
Yeah. But I was just looking at a post June 1 cut is what I was looking at, and I'm like,
oh, okay.
So I mean, and there's like negative on the cap savings. It's like a 12.
Well, wow. I'm not even gonna get into the Ezekiel Elliott contract. I think somebody posted Ghosting could be Randy Gregory's replacement. This is from Derek Savage. They play two different sides, though. Ghosting Ghost plays more on the left defensive edge side, and that's going against the right tackles, opposed to the right defensive edge, which is primarily going to go against the left tackles there. And his band is not as bendy as a Randy Gregory. Now, he's more of a power guy, not as fast as most of those guys as well, but he's a high efforts guy. So Ghostin got a long way to go in order to get into the same room as those guys. Now, I'm not going to sneeze on him because he had managed to get like 3 interceptions in his college career, and he is very aware, situation awareness, that they can also put him down inside in the pinch so he can give you 3 and he can play edge. So my thing is with Ghostin, we need to see him out there. And I got all of the respect for the Cowboys organization, but we need to see Ghostin out there. And I know he's battling through injuries, but he's not. It's going to take, I hate to say this, it's going to take years. And that's not even me lying to kick it. I'm telling you guys the truth. It'll take a year.
$12 million.
It would cost you more than what he'd count against the cap. That's what I'm talking about with his agent. His agent wrote in these clauses like every March 5th. It's not only the upcoming year, but the year after that guarantees if he's still on the roster. So in order to cut Zeke for 2022, you would have already had to do it March 4th of this year.
Right.
And then like 12 of that guaranteed would have come off. So it's a thing where even if you do it next March, it's not helping you in 2022. It would be helping you in 2023.
Yeah.
I think it's another one of those details that the Cowboys were either out to lunch on or didn't care about as much as the jersey sales that Zeke's going to do for you.
Good conversation from those guys from 105.3 The Fan. That's Jeff Kavanaugh as well as Brian Broaddus on the 1s and 2s over there. All right, so Cowboy Nation, do you guys want me to keep going? I got one other topic that we can communicate on, and I can go and start doing some other content for you guys down the line. Yes, I will be excited to see Keanu Neal out here. Nelson, I can't wait to see him out there, especially in the 42 and full contact situation, because in practice he really can't hit nobody. Him and Donovan Wilson, those boys are handcuffed in practice. Put KG if you guys want to keep me going. I see y'all, man. Todd C says keep going. Appreciate you. King says keep going. Talk. Yeah, appreciate you. Let's go. Let's get it. All right, so Jim Law, shout out to the Laws, man. Jim, did you get your book? Yeah, shout out to Fisher, Stars and Strife book. Be sure to check it out. Good read. Goes into details with Troy Aikman, Jimmy Johnson, Charles Haley, tick, former Cowboys assistants, Coach David Shula, all of those boys, the Michael Irvin conversational piece in there, the Emmitt Smith, as well as the pains and pride of Bill Bates. You guys check out this book, Cowboy Nation. Why Buffalo coach Marv Levy couldn't, it goes into details. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, especially those who love to read. Go check it out. Stars and Strife by Mike Fisher from 105.3 The Fan and Cowboys SI. Appreciate you guys. Choctaw, oh, come on, man. Yeah. He said Fisher. Hey, man, leave him alone, man. We try to work something out. But shout out to Mike Fisher, man. All right, so this will be the other conversational piece. I believe this was on Undisputed today, actually. Somebody sent this to me. I love when you guys send me these clips to go over live, like 95. I'm all about unity in the community and joining and building this thing up. At the end of the day, y'all be like, man, at the end of the day, man, that Law, man, although I don't agree with him, at least he tried to put everything together. Shut up, man.
in the NFL. So is the personnel there, LeVar?
Well, I wish that was the end of that. Shut your mouth up. Shut it. Hush it. The LeVar Arrington broke it down in a wonderful way. And that was the end of that little clipping there. So now he's jumping to Pro Football Focus. We don't care about what they're saying about that. We're not. We're flat out not Cowboy Nation of these guys ranking 31st and 32nd or what have you. What LeVar is saying that basically you're going to have a faster team out there. Remember, it was Sean Lee or bust. And one thing we can say to ourselves, Sean Lee last season, hell of a guy, smart, brilliant, brain of the football organization. And we know just by looking at natural film that Jalen had that tick or a few seconds late on responding. That's just how it goes with Jalen. And there's nothing wrong with that, Cowboy Nation, when we look at everything of what the Cowboys did this offseason. Let the AI speak.
What time is the game? What network?
I think it's NFL Network. Appreciate you. I think they're showing the game, or it could be ESPN. I'll have that information. If anybody that's in the chat box know which network the game will be on tonight, let me know. I think it's around 7 or 8 o'clock prime time. There will be a pregame conversational piece that I would do, and then there will be during the game of me going play-by-play if allowed, as far as time-wise, and then there will be a post-game. So there'll be 3 different episodes that I would do today. Yeah, 8 o'clock is on Fox, so and that's Central Standard Time, right? I'm planning on setting up around 6 Dallas time, 6:30-ish. Around that time, Cowboy Nation. So I see you guys around that time, 5 p.m. Patrick. Okay, appreciate you. So it's all Texas time around here. Yeah, y'all start throw out Eastern and the Pacific, I'll be lost. So 7 Central time. Appreciate you, Emma. Appreciate you so much for your love and adulations for that. Jay Hughes said the NFL will have the extensive coverage. Yeah, so I believe they're all going to try to get their hands onto the mix. This will be this game and the Cowboys dress rehearsal game. Let the AI speak.
Thanks for all the content, bro. You're the best.
Appreciate you so much. Appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for that. Just look at it like this, Cowboy Nation. This game will be the highest rated game of the preseason. This game, as well as the dress rehearsal game of the Dallas Cowboys, whenever we do the dress rehearsal game, those two will be the highest rated game. And I'm not saying you do that for views or what have you, or you get a cookie for it, but that's just how it is. The haters even tune in, like Eastside Harold and everybody else that like to tune in to the Cowboys conversational piece because their team ain't about nothing. You know, they want to tune in to greatness, you know, and I understand. It's good to look up. It's good to look up to greatness and understand your positioning and ranking and these sorts of things. There's nothing wrong with that, right? We are the best, right? Cowboy Nation. So I really appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in to this show and to this episode. Be sure to hit that like button, share this content, and subscribe if you like for more Cowboys information around the globe. That was the end of today's episode. We will be back shortly with Leo. Prize fighter continue to fight even when he's down. Cowboy Nation, continue to let's continue to subscribe, baby. Let's go. I messed up that word. Let's continue to grind. I meant to say that. See, I mess up sometimes, right? Write this down, though, Cowboy Nation. Write this down. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdy and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you will simply Oh, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, or famish, or fame, or sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and beset it with the help of almighty Cowboy Nation, guess what? You will get it. Turn it up. Let me see some fire emojis. Put down where you from. Shout out to Oak Cliff. Shout out to everybody out here in Texas. Shout out to DFW. Shout out to Natchez, Mississippi. That's my hometown, baby. NTZ. Mama, Pookie, Ray Ray, we love you. Let's go. Time for me to go grab me something to eat. Brother hungry. Yeah.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
This is Sparta!
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
My dog, my dog. That dog got teeth, baby. Yeah. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. Claiborne, Texas.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. They wanted me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell them it's ice. I got wifey on, and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. Jeez, no, please, no photos. Hit the door and the doorman just whole team here, money so still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If it down in my management, I'm just warming up and wait till I old producer saw the numbers one, different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up, talk of the time when you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things with your pockets dull. Run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move home. That was easy. The hate and the jealousy, my mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up. Nowadays nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell them it's ice. I got wifey on, and she freeze. Photo, please, no photos. Jeez, no, please, no photos.
Come on.
I'm giving game away. I put game on layaway. I got paid to play today.
Nation.
I get paid to stay away. I get paid on rainy days.
Appreciate the stars, yo.
I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away. In my own lane, finger roll. I would never sell my only soul. Heard your whole team was for sale. Heard it's on the market for the low. Who the realest, we might never know. All this acting, you gon' play a role. Give you the world when they sign you up. Try you
Lombardi. Jay Hughes, what's good? Hawk. Shout out time for your mind, baby. Come on. Chris Jones, let's go.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell them it's ice. I got wifey on, bling and she ice.
Let's go.
I ran up a check,
ran that check up, baby. Do it again.
Enemies close, had me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands.
Yes, sir. Thomas Dixon, I see you. Nate Man Brown, I see you over there on Facebook. Jesse, let's go.
Add it up, bankroll,
yeah. Crunk, baby. We gonna be crunk tonight, baby. Let's go. Come on, let's go. entertained? Is this not why you're here?
Everything is on me, or you matter what. Told her if it's on me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Told you I'm
Let's go, baby.
hating on me, it's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might come farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much.
I don't rap much, baby.
Just take the money and go stack up.
Stack 'em.
Buying car cards, so you tat it up.
Let's go.
Don't matter much.
I know y'all crunk, baby.
The ladders up. No fault. I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up.
If you have not hit that like button right now,
Everything is on me, or you matter what.
if you have not subscribed right now, if you have not shared this content by now, Torres, I see you, baby. And Martin, hey, have a good lunch break, baby.
Everything is on me, gon' back it up.
All the haters.
Told ya I'ma do me, while you hating on me, it's not adding up.
Shame. Shame.
Let's slow it down for y'all. Here we go. Come on. Hey. Ho. It's the nation. We're in the building, baby. Come on. Pour up your drinks. Sit back and chill. You listening in to the nation, baby. Tell your mama and friends. We having fun over here in Cowboys land. Press for 6. Hit it. Come on. Hey. Come on, nation. It's all fun in the sun over here. Come on. Don't be scared to come outside. Let's go.
Don't let the street lights lead you all alone.
Come on. Where my dogs at? Here we go. Oh, come on.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Could I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go.
Come on.
Whatever you do.
We vibing, baby.
Player too.
Hey.
7 years of perfect love. 7 more and another one.
And another one.
And another one.
Let's go.
Finding you was the one I love.
Shout out to Israel.
7 wonders all in one. All in one.
Come on.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Yeah, as the world spans.
You know it's dangerous to go alone.
Shout out to Ezekiel Elliott. Dak Prescott. Let's go. Look into Emmitt Smith, one of the greatest running backs of all time. Look to you, Jay Lombardi. Shout out to you, Daniel Hernandez and Jason Winfro. Appreciate you.
Then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far.
Mike Adams,
so
appreciate
far.
you.
If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
You're listening to nothing but the best. Salute.
You have to be your biggest fan.
Let's get it raw the
And
longest season
when
ever.
things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet.
Yeah. We out. Until next time.
Because you don't know who you're gonna meet.
Wow.